missing someone. Love with all your heart. Missing
What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kenzie and I'd love for you to join the Kens fam. Today I am bringing you guys my top 10 tips and tricks so that you can have a successful and fun freshman year of college. These tips can also be used throughout your entire college experience. I wish that someone would have told me these things before going into college. That way my experience would have been more fun. Not to say I didn't have a great freshman year, but like I said, these are just some tips and things that I wish I had known or that I had figured out sooner. So if you want to see what those are, just keep watching this video. My first tip is to not overpack, especially your first year. As you go through college, you'll definitely realize that it's not necessary. But me personally, I packed way too many clothes and I realized very quickly that I didn't wear half of the things in my closet because I didn't wear them before I went to college. So I don't know what made me think I was going to wear them once I went to college. This is a great opportunity to go through your clothes, get rid of things that you don't normally wear or things that aren't your style anymore, and only bring the things that you wear on a regular basis or that you know that you're going to wear. Also, throughout the year, you're going to accumulate a lot of new clothes, as whether it's shopping or just getting more college clothes, stuff that has to do with like your school. Do not overpack. Keep it very sweet and simple and only take the things that you know that you're going to need and that you're going to wear. My second tip is to go into college with an open mind. It's nothing like high school. Cliques and stuff like that are super not important. It's way easier in college to make friends because everyone is in the same boat as you. Everyone is new. Everyone is trying new things in places that they're not familiar with. They're in classes that maybe are out of their comfort zone. So it's just a lot easier to make friends, and everyone for the most part is really friendly. You just have to put yourself out there. Also, teachers are super helpful, especially if you go to them with questions and ask them for help. What ends up happening is a lot of teachers, especially if you go to big schools like JMU, VCU, Virginia Tech, they have hundreds, thousands of students. So it's really hard to focus and see who individually needs help. But having an open mind really helps in college because then you're not scared to venture out and do new things and try new sports or clubs or just making friends. And also it's a great way to change up your style, and it's just a lot of fun. It's one of the most important tips that I can give you. You just don't want to go through college thinking, wow, I should have really tried more things. My third tip is that college helps you really learn to be responsible and proactive. It really pushes you to be an adult. So you are completely responsible for everything. You're on your own. You can't rely on your parents, your teachers, even your roommate, because they have other stuff that they have going on as well. So you can't rely on other people. In college, you are strictly relying on yourself, and that's really important to get a grasp on now. So when it comes to homework, any chores, laundry, eating healthy, eating out, money, all of that, you're responsible for that. So you can't be mad at anyone but yourself. So the freshman 15, you don't have to gain 15 pounds, as well as working out, waking up on time to get to class. Like I said, it's just a great way to learn responsibility and to be proactive, and you want to get in the habit of that now. My fourth tip is to plan everything accordingly. So you need to make sure that you are really prepared for tests, quizzes, classes, just everything, because the workload is way more than it was in high school. And not to mention, it's a lot more of critical thinking. So it's not questions that have an easy answer, and some of them are really critical thinking questions. You have to put what you learn into real life experiences. So I just recommend that you really plan study times. You want to be able to have a social life, but you also want to make sure that you're getting your work done and you're not overwhelmed with work and everything. I really wish I would have put it into my lifestyle my freshman year, because I did not really until the end. And by that point, COVID had taken over. I'm a bio major, so teaching myself and being at home, just make sure that you're really being responsible for what's coming up, and you don't want to miss deadlines, because in college you don't get second chances. If you miss it, that's it. And as far as homework, not all professors have homework that's due, but they give you the homework to help you figure out stuff that that will be on the test. So don't think just because it's not a homework grade or it's not graded that you don't need to do it. Do it. Tip number 5 kind of piggybacks off of number 4, and that's do not wait until the last minute to study for tests, quizzes, whatever the case may be, because cramming is not going to help you. For example, if you know you have a bio test on Friday and it's Monday, take 15, 20, 30 minutes out of every day leading up to the test to study little by little of the unit that you're learning, because that will help you understand the material. Plus you have that whole week to ask questions if you have any, and that way you're not waiting until the day before and then you realize that you don't understand a certain thing, or there's like 3 topics that you don't understand. Pace yourself and make sure that you're really understanding the material. And if the night before you still don't really understand something, then that's fine. You can take that time to really focus on that particular thing instead of cramming a whole unit's worth of material into your brain. Another thing that you can do to help studying is really reach out to people in your classes, make study groups, meet up with people. Also ask your professors for help and go to tutoring. I know that sounds kind of like, oh, tutoring, like that. No, just because you go to tutoring does not mean that you're dumb. It does not mean any of that. It means that you are making the decision to get extra help, because that will help you in the long run. Tutoring is really not that bad, and I would recommend going to it, especially if it's like a topic or a subject that you know that like you kind of struggle with sometimes. Tutors are there to help you, and so are your professors. So just make sure that you're using your resources wisely. Tip number 6 is to be as involved as you possibly can. So step outside of your comfort zone, talk to people in your classes, join clubs, sports. Also, just going to events that the school is holding is a lot of fun, and it's also a great way to meet new people. Even if you go for like 10-15 minutes and then you realize like that's not your scene, at least you went and tried, and like you never know. Like there were a couple of little things that I went to that I thought this is not going to be fun, and I had like a blast, because not only will it make your college experience more fun, you'll create different contacts, connections, friends. You'll just learn and meet a lot of new people, and it's just a great way to really just get out of your comfort zone and try new things in college. Number 7 will help with everything in college. Get a routine, start a routine, and start it quick. Even if that means starting one now before you even go to college, that's great, but just getting in a routine is really important, because then you'll have certain times where you study, you'll have your social times, you'll just have different times for each individual thing. And make sure that you have a morning routine, a night routine, because that will really help you with setting your mood for the day. It'll also help you with going to bed and figuring out what you're supposed to be doing the next day. Also, with creating a routine, I suggest that you plan every day out. That way you know exactly what you need to get done each day, you know exactly what task you need to complete, space your stuff out. But also this will help you be productive, and you'll get a lot more things done, and you'll feel a lot better as well. So I just recommend getting in a routine and getting in a routine fast, because not only will that help you, you won't feel completely overwhelmed. Number 8 is kind of a no-brainer, but it's also one of those things that I realized I struggled with because I was so close to home at first for my freshman year. So do not go home more than necessary. I made the mistake of having a job back home, so I was going home every weekend, and a lot of fun events and stuff, and that's usually when people go out, when they make connections and memories and stuff, are usually on the weekends. But I was at home working, so yes, I got to make money, but I really wish I would have spent more time on campus, because you'll miss out on a lot. Like, yes, I get that you'll get homesick, you'll miss your friends and everything, but you can stay in touch with everyone, and your family and friends can always come visit you as well. But you want to stay on campus as much as possible. Tip number 9 is also kind of a no-brainer, but it's really hard to do once you get on campus and you're just in the whirlwind of everything that's going on. Make time for yourself. So whether that's 20 minutes every day, once a week, whatever the case may be, just make time for yourself, because self-care is so important. It helps with your mental health, it helps with how you feel, how you interact with others, how you do in your classes, and it just, if you feel great about yourself, then that means that you'll automatically put that energy out into the universe, and other people will gravitate towards you, and you'll just have a better experience all around. This is like a life tip, not even just college. One of the biggest things is, I know like when you're going to classes and sometimes sometimes you want to wear sweatpants, you just want to roll out of bed and just wear whatever you slept in. Do not do that. Even if you put on a whole nother pair of sweatpants and a tank top, that's totally fine, but change your outfit. Don't go to class in things that you slept in or some things that like make you feel bad about yourself. I'm not saying wear dresses, skirts, and like dress up every day, but wear something that makes you feel confident, and just make sure that like you're expressing yourself and you're taking care of yourself, because that's super important. My last tip for this video is to make the most of your time on campus. Spend it with friends, spend it doing activities. Just make sure that you're really staying positive and you're really enjoying yourself and you're being happy. Yes, you're gonna have bad days, but don't think about all the negatives. Think about the positives and the things that are good about what you did that day or that week or that month. Just make sure that you're making the most of your time on campus, because that's so important towards your experience and just your overall happiness. I just recommend that you really just enjoy yourself and not think too much about schoolwork or too much about this, that, and this. And definitely do not get caught up in drama. Drama is, unfortunately, it's kind of everywhere. It's not as bad in college, but sometimes, especially if you're one of those people that drama gravitates towards you, just kind of separate yourself from it and continue to enjoy yourself. And like I said before, keep an open mind just going into it and all throughout your college experience, because that'll only help you. Okay, so that concludes today's video. If you did like it, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below what schools you guys are going to or what you're looking forward to your freshman year of college. If you're not a freshman, what you are excited about for this upcoming school year, as well as other tips that you might have for upcoming freshmen or just people in college in general. Also, hit the subscribe button so you can join the KENZIE fam. We'd love to have you here. Make sure to hit the bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. All of my social medias will be in the description down below, so you guys can follow me and check me out on there. I really do hope that this video helps some of you and kind of settling some nerves, or just tips that like you didn't really think about before that you are glad that you know now. I will see you all in the next video. Bye.